What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video. And today it's mock the mock time. Wanted to do the franchise guys, but that's going to have to wait for another day. This is going to be TDN's mock draft Harris 4.0. So if you guys like draft content, like, comment, subscribe, do this stuff all the damn time. And of course, become a bigger contributor to the channel, man. We got a lot of links down in the description. Join the Discord, come chat with me, drop some comments down below. I'll respond to them. So of course, we always want that nice football discord down in the chat. Let's start off this draft. Number one, Aiden Hutchinson is just, I mean, it's not really a new number one pick. Maybe it is for Drae, but Aiden Hutchinson's the guy. He's just that dude. He's an absolute beast. I love him. And he was really boring until he decided to A, improve his style, as well as B, drop some weight. So glad he did that because he's totally become a whole new player and he is beyond NFL ready. He is NFL all-star worthy. So good for the Jags to get him. I know he doesn't fit their scheme, but hell, Brushman made a good point when we were recording last night. The scheme doesn't matter because honestly, you're probably going to be getting rid of your DC. And I think that Aiden Hutchinson is worth shifting your scheme for because him and Josh Allen, yes. Yes, sir. Sign me up for that any day. Lions going KT, it's just here you get like an amazing player fall into your lap. I don't think you can complain. He's a good fit as well for the Lions, so I love it. 3 Texans, Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, I mean, okay. Kyle Hamilton's a defensive god, right? Like, I can't complain about this because I always take him at like 4 per se, but I think the value of an offensive lineman might be better. If there were trades, maybe I would trade back if I were the Texans and then get a guy like Evan Neal. I know that Titus Howard has a potential chance there, former first round pick. So, okay. I'm not gonna complain about it though. I know that Drae Harris loves Kyle Hamilton to the Texans. Kyle Hamilton is the best safety that we've seen coming out of the draft. Doesn't mean he'll be the best safety, but coming out, we haven't seen somebody of his talent level ever. So it's understandable why he'd be going that high. Number 4, the Jets get Derek Stingley Jr. I mean, I wouldn't take this pick personally. Wouldn't be surprised if they did. I would go Evan Neal, but Derek Stingley is, I mean, if he is able to return to his form, going to be one of the shutdown corners, and that's somebody that the Jets have been looking for since Darrelle Revis. Number 5, Giants go George Karlaftis. I make this pick myself, and they go Evan Neal. So I like to go tackle defensive end for him as well, and I can't complain. Evan Neal is literally the best pick possible for the New York Football Giants. 7 Panthers get Matt Corral. I'm just going to be honest. I think teams will start factoring in his injury history as well as his crazy style change from last year to this year as something that is a little bit worrisome. Also, his interceptions in the red zone have been they've been a big red flag for me. Obviously, used to play with Matt. I know that he's a great guy, great competitor. Just, I don't think he's going to go as high as people think. I really don't. I don't know why people are forcing the narrative that Matt's going to be the first QB off the board. They're going to look for a pro-ready quarterback, and there are ones who are a lot larger and a lot more built for a team like the Panthers than Matt Corral. 8th, the Jets getting Jameson Williams. Hey, I like the hot take. I like it. We've seen guys jump up the board just because of their 40s. Not Justin Ross. Damn it, I forgot his first name. Ross for the Bengals. Well, now he's not on the Bengals. He's on the Giants, but obviously you got Ross there. It's not Justin Ross. I know Justin Ross is this draft, but not Jerry Jeudy. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping up this morning. It's early in the morning for me. But regardless, Henry Ruggs, the other guy I was thinking of. These guys just shoot up the draft boards with their 40-yard dash times. Jameson Williams could do that. I wouldn't recommend taking him that high, but again, that's just me. Falcons getting to Marvin Leal. Not a huge fan of this guy anymore. He put on a lot of weight this year or lost a lot of muscle, and I pray to God it's the former, not the latter. And he just doesn't look explosive, doesn't look fun anymore. Just a guy who I wouldn't really want on my team unless he gets his ass in shape for the combine. 10 Eagles, David Ojabo. Yeah, I make that pick all the time. I think it's an excellent fit and a huge ass need. 11 Saints, Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. I went with a pick for the Saints as well for a quarterback. And honestly, I switched it with the Panthers. So we're going to see these guys in the division or both these guys in their own division if we get to play it out the way that my mock as well as the Saints did. 12, Jordan Davis to the Vikings. Seems like a thing Zimmer would do. I would highly recommend against it. People who keep saying Jordan Davis is 26, that is a former tight end, Jordan Davis. He is about 22 years old. I just don't like Jordan Davis that much. After watching how lazy he looks on the field, and he also should be a lot heavier for how large he looks, which means he's probably a lot of fat weight. Not a huge fan of him anymore, and I'm a little bit concerned about how he's going to play in the NFL, especially if he can't get the juice to push back an Alabama offensive lineman. Raiders getting Ike Ekwonu. It seems like a perfect fit. If he falls to the Raiders, you need to grab that. It just seems like a perfect Raiders guy too. Eagles getting Andrew Booth. Wouldn't blame him. Again, a guy who's a high-end athlete and has a lot of potential. You put him next to Darius Slay, you could see that the stars might align for a high-end cornerback too. Broncos getting Charles Cross. Can't fall much further. I think that if we're going to be 100% honest, a quarterback is going to be an exponentially higher value at this point, but you can't get anything better than Charles Cross if you go away from it. So cheers to Charles Cross. Steelers Kenyon Green. It seems like a Steelers guy. It does. Just, again, quarterback is such a huge need. And I have guys in this draft that might be just slightly worse than Kenyon Green in like the second, third, fourth round. That can be a big impact. Browns getting Desi. That's ballsy. They gave Mayfield the 5th-year contract, and all of a sudden they're just going to say fuck you to Baker. And they have huge wide receiver deficiencies. So this is the first one I really don't like. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvin Leal pick, but I can understand why that happens. This one just doesn't make much sense. Desmond Ridder is not worth the 17th overall pick. We'll see against Alabama if he decides to boost his stock there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that pick at all. Ravens, Roger McCreary. Yes, definitely get a 5th cornerback for your roster in the first. Brilliant freaking idea when you have a left or right tackle, depending on where the hell Ronnie Stanley wants to play, deficiency, as well as a center slash, well, I would say a center deficiency, not a guard deficiency. Yeah, not a big fan of that pick at all. And a safety deficiency too. Malik Willis to Washington. Make that pick myself. Absolutely love it. Bills, Drake London. Not a huge fan of that. I think that if you want to get a separator like Chris Olave, it's the perfect fit for the Bills. I think you're trying to fit where Emmanuel Sanders is, and you're sticking Drake London, which doesn't fit. Dolphins, Garrett Wilson. I honestly wouldn't mind that one. If you're not going to go a guy like Charles Cross, which obviously he's got off the board, and you're not going to be going linebacker here with Devin Lloyd. Seems pretty logical that you'd be going with a guy like Garrett Wilson. Chargers getting Jermaine Johnson. That's a ballsy take. There's a lot of tackles, I think, on the board that you could take as well. Edge is far from not a need. So it's definitely something that I'd factor in. Cornerback as well. There's some really good ones on the board. Just it's a little early for Jermaine, and I'm a big fan of Jermaine. Eagles getting Jaquan. Yeah, that's fine. It seems like an Eagles pick. It does. Tyler Linderbaum's still on the board, right? So don't know why you wouldn't do that. The Tyler Linderbaum hate. Olave to the Lions, do that myself. I think you got to go best wide receiver available. Trevor Penning to the Bengals. I mean, yeah, you could just, hopefully you can move Jonah to right tackle. I wouldn't want to test Trevor at right tackle yet. I want him to actually be able to perform year one because I don't want Joe Burrow to have to deal with another offensive lineman that needs more time to develop. But yeah, Devin Lloyd to the Titans. I love it. I don't care how many backup linebackers the Titans fans say that they have that will be able to play as a starting caliber. Doesn't matter to me. Sauce Gardner to the Cardinals. That's a dream pick. He's worth the fact that people are down on him is just kind of stupid. It really is. It makes no sense, honestly, why people would not like him besides competition, which again, New Year's Eve, we will see. 28 with the Cowboys, Treylon Burks. Yeah. It's not out of the question at all. Jordan Battle to me is the pick, but I would not rule out Treylon Burks here. I really wouldn't. He is on that physical freak type of category. You look at Chase Claypool, somebody who should not be like that at his size. He's going to be similar. It's going to be similar to that. So, we'll see. Jahan Dotson to the Patriots. Make that pick myself. I love it. Buccaneers, Travon Walker. Yeah. If you want to get somebody who's a big ass dude as the defensive end pick, sure. I think it's Will Golston's position, but I don't know. Not that big of a fan of it. It's a guy with a lot of development needed, but I don't. I think this is a bullshit line right here. You can't put a 275-pound dude at one tech. That really makes no sense. That seems like a forced line. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's mainly for the reasoning. I think that's just a BS reason trying to force us to like your pick, and it's stupid. It makes no sense for a 275-pound dude to be a nose tackle. Yeah, like just try to tell every team in the NFL that, and you won't. You'll probably just remain at TDN. Chiefs going Trent McDuffie. I don't like that actually. I know corner could be something that the Chiefs could get, but one, they need edge rush, but two, it's the wrong corner to take. It is. If I'm not mistaken, Kyrie Elam still might be on the board, and he is. And he's a lot better for the scheme than Trent. I don't get it. Trent doesn't have the speed required to be able to play a corner on this team. He's going to get torched. And then Packers going Darian Kennard. Yeah, tough player. He can play guard or tackle. And I think that's kind of something that Packers have drafted quite a few of the guys for. So ending off the draft on a high note, but let me know what you guys think. I'm not actually a huge fan of Drae Harris as a mocker. I think that his best talents are more in the scouting department than the mocking department. But of course, I'll be waiting to hear your guys' thoughts. See you on the far side. Peace.